What's good in the hoodie peeps? I know I'm late, but cool your jets, okay? I got a lot going on. I know I don't sound like my usual bubbly, but all that matters is it still goes up on a Tuesday. We're just a little too tardy for the party. That's it, that's all, okay? Y'all, I am pissed off to the highest level of pissivity that I can be. Because now, for one, I gotta wing this episode, right? I don't know if y'all know, but it's graduation season for most. It's probably over now, but I had to attend a graduation this past weekend. And so a few days before, I called myself, cleaning and straightening and making sure that I was prepared to get these at least next 3 episodes scripted and ready to go and ready to roll for y'all, right? Well, tell me why the hell I can't find them. And I low key think that I suffer from short term memory loss sometimes. Like I have memory lapses. I remember creating the topics. I remember having them typed up, and I remember printing them out. Now, what happened to them after that? I can't even much tell you. But we're gonna talk about a couple of things today. Do you believe that two things can be true at once? Do you believe that you can have many insecurities and not be insecure? Or do you feel you can be unsure or uncertain of things but still exude confidence? Right? And I say that to say this. Um I'm not an insecure person, right? I'm very secure of myself, but I have things that I'm insecure about, right? And most people do. That's why plastic surgeons are never going to go out of business, right? And we talked about it a few episodes back where, I say people um still gonna get the nip tucks when they want a nip tuck, right? Now I ain't that insecure about the issues that I possess. And it's nothing serious, more so a skin condition that causes me to have hyperpigmentation. And then I think I have a anxiousness about that I irritated more by trying to remove the problem and make the problem worse. So yeah, I suffer from that on certain intimate parts of my body, and it causes me to have a insecurity about that part of my skin, right? Chin, stomach, nethers, and it comes from I don't want to say it's atopic dermatitis. It's not that. It's more so I have real fine hairs in certain places. Of course, y'all know it's not my head because my head is coarse, baby. Okay. But I also grow multiple hairs from one follicle, right? So waxing and shaving does not do the trick. It's not the end all be all for everybody, right? Definitely not for me. And it's to the point that they have to be surgically removed at times, right? And so that also causes hyperpigmentation. But I ain't going to the doctor to get them surgically removed. I'm gonna take care of it, right? And so that does not make matters better. So, even down to like my legs, I have fine hairs on my legs to where they call it strawberry legs, where again the hair does not properly break through the skin, which causes it to become ingrown, and you get those little what look like strawberry patches, right? That is a thing that I find myself to be uncertain about, right? Insecure about. But as a person in a whole, I'm not insecure and I don't lack confidence, right? Um, it's kind of like, I know most young ladies might have experienced this, especially if you had some pets in your neighborhood, right? I ain't gonna go into detail on what that is. You should know. Um, there was always these creepy old men around that always said, if you smile more, you're already such a pretty girl. You're already beautiful. If you just smiled a little bit more. And I used to be like, what am I smiling at you for, sir? Granddaddy, why am I smiling at you? I don't know you like that. What? I don't have to smile for you. Now, mind you, I'm a mostly happy person, right? But I have a great RBF face, because that means get the out of my face and leave me the alone, okay? And even nicer older ladies, they'll say the same thing. Oh, baby, why you don't smile? And because they've lived, and they feel like you probably have more to smile about than them, because you still have your youth, right? um they don't know your whole background. They don't know all the things you've been through, what you might still be going through. They might actually genuinely want to see you smile, right? Life isn't as bad as it seems. But we don't always want to smile. And we definitely don't want to smile for people we don't damn know. You gonna get the mad dog stare because I don't want you talking to me. Okay, back up. Give me 50 feet. Okay. But I just wanted to put that out there. Like, a lot of times we confuse and think things of people. Like, you may think that they're not a confident person, or you may think that some people have too much confidence. Go big girl, what you gonna do? Like, why is she wearing it? Okay, because she feels confident enough in herself to wear it. And somebody, probably your daddy, told her she looked good in it. Okay, move along. All right. But that's just that on it. I had to get that off my chest. I actually had a whole episode around insecurities and lack of confidence, and not necessarily how to be more secure in yourself or be more confident. It's just the work around, the talk around of everything isn't always what it seems. If I constantly call myself fat, that don't mean I really think I'm fat. Yes, there are some things, some areas of my life in my body, God knows, that I would like to work on, but I'm not gonna stop snacking. Okay, don't judge me, judge me. I keep telling y'all that, right? And I'm not confident in that. I'm confidently calling myself fat. You know why? Because at one point in time, I was bigger and I was juicier. Okay, I ain't gonna say I was fat, but I was getting there. I was really close to the it. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the, y'all know the song. Anyway, and I was going through a rough patch in my life at that time, to where I was eating all my feelings and they tasted scrumptious, delicious, okay, amazing, because it was always ice cream or peanut M&Ms, okay? But again, don't judge me, judge me, all right? And so I had packed on a few. I did. I certainly did. I had packed on a few pounds. And so when I decided to lose that weight, and I lost about 50 pounds at the time, right? And I've always been solid. I've been solid my whole life. I've always been built. I've always been toned, muscular in a sense, right? It's just that, old age might be creeping up on auntie, okay? Just stop acting like that, okay? So when I went down that rabbit hole and I started doing all these things to lose the weight and to keep the weight off, and I kept it off for a while, you know. When I gained it back, it was for medical reasons. I had to have a surgery. I was down. I couldn't get up. I couldn't move around like I wanted to. Everything beneath my belly button hurt. Okay. And so it was hard to move. So therefore, when I noticed myself starting to pick that weight back up, even though at the time I couldn't do anything about it, I was like, "Oh, you fat. You getting fat. You getting big. And I always say that, but other people will hear that and they will think that I'm not confident in my size, or that I'm down in myself, when I tell myself that I'm big or that I'm fat or that I'm getting big. Me, when I say it, when you say it, we probably gonna fight. But when I say it, it's just me reminding myself, okay, you're approaching that size that you said you wasn't gonna be again. You done took one too many naps. You done had one too many snacks instead of getting on the treadmill, right? But even at a larger size, people were still honking the horn. People were still stopping the car to speak. People were still trying to holler for not a dollar. Okay, they were trying to holler for free, but I need some change. All right, we got bills paid here. But even in that time, I still was like, I'm cute for a big girl. And I know a lot of big girls say this. I'm cute for a fat girl though. I still can get your man because you can. Because they like to eat, okay? I ain't gonna say the way to their heart is through their stomach because some of them will eat your shit and then go on to Brenda house. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. But I digress. Okay. Now that leads me into the next subject. Have you mastered the art of saying no? Just say no, Craig. Say no to drugs. Okay, they taught you that in school. Okay, what was it? Fourth grade? The DARE program? Okay. So there's allegedly, I don't agree because I say hell no all the time, okay? But apparently there's a societal pressure to always say yes. And you may know some yes men. You may know some yes women. You may know some yes people, some others, some theys, thems, okay? Um and the constant barrage of requests and expectations can leave you feeling overwhelmed. Now I'm overwhelmed for many reasons, but not because I say yes. Probably because instead of saying yeah, 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 I'm gonna say no, 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 no. Can you say no, no, no? You know, Beyonce say yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm saying no. Okay. Now, saying yes out of obligation or fear of missing out can lead to burnout and resentment. And I have some friends that are burnt out all the time and overworked because they don't know how to say no. And it's not because somebody asked them to do something, it's because they're just that giving. They want to pour their all into everything until they pour themselves completely on out the cup. The cup is empty, baby. And then they have to recharge and refuel, and then the process starts all over again. Okay? I'm just going to say, explore those societal factors that contribute to this pressure, such as the emphasis of productivity. We just talked about that with my friend, right? And the fear of rejection. If somebody rejects you, that's them saying no. Don't be afraid to tell somebody no, right? And I got a person I can't. This sometimes I can't tell no, but I should. I really should. Okay, the power of saying no. Reclaim your time. Reclaim your energy. Again, we talked about setting boundaries way back. What episode 2, 3, 4, 5? I don't know. I can't even keep up. I can't even tell y'all what episode this is, right? But we talked about setting boundaries a while ago and prioritizing your well-being. Explain how saying no allows you to focus on what truly matters to you. Because at the end of the day, there is only one you, and you have to take care of yourself, right? Saying no is not selfish, but it's necessary. Matter of fact, it's even self care. Do you know how good I feel when I say hell no to somebody? Not the people I love and that like that, you know what I'm saying? Not, but time and time again, I have to turn right around and tell T-Bone, hell no. Can I get a hell no before you even finish the sentence? No. Let me take nope. Mm-mm. You want to nope? Nah, hell no, cuz. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I make it a game. It's fun for me. It tickles me. I giggle in the middle. I jiggle in the middle, but I giggle in the middle of telling your ass no. Yeah. Master it and say it so effectively, so efficiently that they probably won't ever ask you to do shit, taste shit, or want shit ever again, right? They know that they can't come to you. Develop assertive communication skills to politely and firmly decline requests. Right? Don't hesitate. If the HE double hockey sticks is coming out, let it out. Shout it out and feel good about it. Okay. Now, if it's just so hard for you to just say no, child, that's why it's a lot of addicts in the world. If it's just so hard for you to say no, you can offer alternatives or suggestions to demonstrate that you're willing to help while still protecting your time, your mind, and your dime. Okay. Practice saying no in different scenarios. Hell, practice it in the mirror. Sometimes I just get out the shower. I ain't gonna tell you I talk to myself because then y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I am. But sometimes I just stand in the mirror when I get out the shower and I say a lot of things like, girl, you is fine. Girl, like, why you, we don't have it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point. That's neither here nor there, okay? But sometimes I stand in the mirror and I have these conversations with myself. If it's a work scenario, I'll practice how am I going to talk to this person to make sure that I don't get overheated and upset because I know they don't listen. I practice those conversations in the mirror, but my favorite thing to do in the mirror is just practice telling people no when they ask me for shit. Like, that's one of my pastimes, okay? But yeah, don't take requests. Don't offer no favors. Decline invitations. It's plenty of times people ask me to go somewhere or do something that I don't want to do because I'm intro extroverted. I'm ambivert. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna think about it. By think about it, that means I'm finna take a nap. When I wake up from that nap, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I ain't gonna damn well. I done slept through it, child. It is what it is. I might text her, I'm so sorry, not really. You know what I mean? Sorry I missed you. Didn't mean to dish you. Now, unlock that unexpected joy. Explore the positive outcomes of saying no. I just listed out a shit ton of them for you, right? You'll have reduced stress. You'll have increased productivity because now you can actually do the things you want to do as opposed to doing all these other things for other people that's draining you and not helping you and not doing anything for you. Not a damn thing. Okay? You'll improve those relationships or run their ass off all at the same time by setting your boundaries. Have a personal antidote. Relate to people how they may have said no a time in their life to help you get out of doing whatever they ask you to do. Right? You always have to have a plan for a plan for a plan and a backup plan. Okay? I know I've experienced the benefits of saying no. I don't know about y'all, but I always feel a sense of relief. Hell, like I told you, it tickles me. I smile a little bit at the end. Okay? You get a sense of freedom. You get a sense of empowerment. You feel like you have taken control of your time, your life, and your choices. And at the end of the day, that's all we really want to do. Encourage yourself to reflect on your own experiences with saying no. Reflect on them. Don't dwell on them, but reflect on them. How did it make you feel when you said it? Who did you say it to? How did they react? I ain't gonna lie, all of that tickle my little pickle. I ain't gonna lie to you, okay? Have practical tips for incorporating no. Like I say, I practice in the mirror. I ain't gonna lie to you. I practice in the mirror. Sometimes I just walk around and I just have little conversation. I don't answer myself, but I have conversations on how I would handle different types of things. That all end with no. Okay. Liberate yourself. Prioritize your own well-being. Set boundaries. Okay. I want to encourage you to embrace the freedom of saying no. And if you take a page out my book, Just say, hell no. You can even be like Trina. Nah. Who's that over there? Tricking him? Smell like Bunky Hennessy? You know, something. But anyway, that's this episode, you guys. I appreciate y'all for staying long and staying strong, staying tuned in. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, share the video with your nappy headed friends, okay? I'll catch y'all later. Peace.